How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Sunday, August the 10th, 2025. Is your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to rock with my son and I. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with another video. And in this video, I am going to be giving my thoughts and my opinions on the situation that happened with this young IG model that was flown out, that was alleged flown out and allegedly left stranded in Turks and Caicos by a ball player. So there are many things that we can take away from this. But as I always do, let's go on ahead and watch this short little video, and I'll go on ahead and add my commentary along the way.
It's been rumored that DeAndre Ayton, newly acquired Lakers center, took some woman, flew her out to Turks and Caicos, and left her there, stranded. Now, we are living in an age where a lot of women, because of their physical beauty, think that men are just going to spend exorbitant amounts of money as if their presence is truly the present. When the fact of the matter is, these men are investing and expecting some level of physical reciprocity. They want a treat to go along with all the tricking you expect them to do. So I would say to women, if your expectation is not to reciprocate in that way, then you better damn sure make sure you got the money to get back home, you got the money to pay your dinner tab, or any other situation where you're having a man shell out money and you don't want to have that kind of intimate level with him.
Fellas, let me say this. Now, this is not going to apply to all women, but the ones that it does apply to, well, you better heed my advice. For certain types of women, leave them alone. Even though they down with the you shell out a little bit of money, you spend a little bit of your resources, they may be willing to reciprocate some box perhaps. Man, listen, can't do that with all women. And what it and basically women that pretty much do little tricks for treats. Well, man, that's exactly what it is. Stop, y'all got to stop tricking. Y'all got to stop tricking. You're tricking off your money. And I know and I realize that men have been doing this type of behavior for a long, long time. But at the end of the day, I will say this: if you're gonna part ways with your money, at least make sure that it's something where you can see some type of return on your investment. Now, return on your investment don't mean get no poo nanny. That don't mean get no box, because at the end of the day, if a chick really like you, you ain't got to pay no money. You ain't got to pay nothing. You ain't got to do nothing but just grace her with your time and presence, and you can clap them soft cheeks. Gentlemen, if you got a fly chick someplace, especially if you don't really know them like that, you just meeting them and you just running up on them on social media or at the strip club, or somebody else introduce you to them, or whatever the case is, if you before you start part ways with your money, you better slow down and think about what you're doing. Because here's the thing: you have some women out there, that's just how they get down. They turn tricks to get their bills paid. And gentlemen, stop being a lick. Gentlemen, stop letting women use you, especially those kind of women who are into the game of selling, using what they have to get what they want. And getting what they want is getting their bills paid, getting their hair done, looking out for their badass little kids and not yours. See, the problem is you have men who, even if you going okay, if you gonna be a trick and that's your thing, that's how you want to do it, you want to part ways with your money, you know what I'm saying? You want to do exchange of services with a young lady, that's fine. If that's how you get down. But man, don't be trying to Some guys be trying to turn these type of women into housewives. S- you know you have some men who they don't even understand what they dealing with. They know what they dealing with, but they hoping that they can make this woman who basically selling ass, they hoping they can turn her into a wholesome woman. That's what they hoping for. And to the gentleman that think like that, you, my friend, you are an idiot.
The second part I'll tell y'all is a lot of times these drop dead gorgeous women, not all, but I would say 9 out of 10 are lacking substance. They're not funny. They can't communicate. They're standoffish. They're entitled. They can be downright nasty. And that's what I call somebody that's pretty ugly. You have all the exterior beauty, but on the inside is emptiness and shallowness. And no man should have to deal with that. So I would say, secondly, men, go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Don't try to get with women just because they're attractive physically and visually, but they have no interest in you. Because at the end of the day, the woman who is attracted to you will break every rule in the book for you. And the woman who is not attracted to you will make every rule in the book for you. And it's not women's fault. See, most of these women from the age of 16, they've been told that they're the best thing since sliced bread. Men have been giving them money, giving them access to things. So they just think that's just the way it's supposed to go. And they think they're entitled to all these things. And what happens is when they meet a man that doesn't play that, they're in shock. But we as men need to do better. And women, you need to stop having the expectation that you can get a man to do any and everything under the sun for you and expect him to not want anything in return.
And well, but here's the thing though. I but yeah, I will say to a certain degree, it's not the women's fault. And I would have to say probably 80% of it is the men's fault because it's a simp beta male out there every day. You have a dude who look masculine. You would think he got it together, but when it comes down to women, you have no clue. And men like that are always quick to open up their wallet and part ways with their money. Listen, let me tell you something. One thing about me, I'm not paying for no videos. I'm not paying for no pictures, no bike shops. I'm not paying for any of that because at the end of the day, I guarantee you, the same woman who trying to get you to pay for all these things, I guarantee you, is some dude out there that ain't have to pay a damn thing. He got everything for free that you are willing to part ways with your money for. Now, if you are filthy rich and you can afford to do it, and that's how you get down, that's fine. Do your thing. But if you know your ass is not like that, and your ass is perhaps, you know what I'm saying, you ain't bringing a whole bunch of money, man, you can't be out there tricking off on these girls. You just can't be doing it. And furthermore, make sure the girls you tricking off on, man, listen, make sure that if you gonna do that, make sure they checking off at least a couple boxes, at least a couple boxes, at least a couple, and it's got to be beyond um um how she look. Most don't even look all that good, and then what's in between her legs, and what she can do with her mouth. If them the only boxes you looking to check off, man, keep your money in your pocket. Keep your money in your pocket.
And the last thing I will tell you, ladies, is there is no free lunch. There is no situation with a man that is not quid pro quo in some way or another. They are expecting something. I hear this all the time. Oh, all you guys expecting is sex. Yeah, if that's all you got. And usually women that are drop dead gorgeous, they know that's all they got. Most likely they don't have any money at all, so they can't pay their own way. And because they know that's all they have, they're expecting something so they feel valued.
Listen, I agree. But at the end of the day, you got average ass women who that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else going. You got average ass girls who will rather take the easy way out, not go get a career field, not go get into a successful career field, not try to go pick up a trade, not at least try to, do something. They much rather just try to, find them a sugar daddy, try to be a sugar baby, and hope they can ride out with it. But the problem is that the women that are wanting these things, they average looking women, they average women. And for the average women that find men that are okay with parting ways with their resources and parting ways with their resources, that's why we have this problem because you have men who leave with their wallet, and like he said, women think that that's just the way it's supposed to be. And then when a dude comes along and say, "What? Nah, the way you ain't gonna the way you handle them, you ain't gonna handle me like that because I am in a totally different tax bracket. So you ain't gonna talk to me crazy. You take that someplace else." But you have men who allow women to talk to them crazy, treat them crazy, still ain't reciprocating no box. They expecting the dude to part ways with his resources, and most are parting ways with their resources. Gentlemen, we gotta do better because as long as you have men that are okay with just paying for box and just part ways with their resources, and some parting ways with their resources and still ain't getting no box. That's why we have a problem. That's why you have the majority of women thinking that, well, hey, my presence should be enough. If I just come to your house and spend some time with you, uh, uh, I should get paid for that. And unfortunately, that's not that's I mean, men that truly have options, they're not going for that. Men that truly have options, that have motion, that don't have to pay for box, they don't have to go for that. They don't. And they don't. And they won't. And they never will because they don't have to. So at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what went on with this situation with the ball player and this IG model, but I agree with this brother. Listen, ladies, if you believe that a man is giving you money just because he's generous, just because he's trying to look out for you and help you, don't listen. You're being delusional. And you already know there's no such thing as a free meal ticket in life. There's no such thing as you always have your hand out and always receiving, but you ain't giving nothing in return but just some what? Something that somebody else got for free. But family, what y'all think about this? Y'all think it's okay? Y'all think it's cool? You know what I'm saying? If you want to trick off a little bit, or if you want to, do like the ball player do, fly these girls out and then they have these expectations, but these women are so delusional thinking that, well, in my mind, I'm so fine, I'm so sexy, I look so good just because I got a bunch of men running behind me. That makes me the prize. And this guy who has millions of dollars ought to be okay with just having me come spend time with him. Because in her mind, she was trying to run his pockets. She was gonna see if she could pull that BS, see if he fly her out there, she get wine and dine, go home, perhaps maybe the next time she get intimate with him, maybe perhaps try to put a trap baby on him. Listen, this one right here perhaps was trying to plot on this brother's pockets. And maybe he saw it for what it was and said, nah, nah, we'll have none of that. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday.